on, hurry up. VH1's taking you Hollywood style to the most anticipated movie premiere in years. It's Evita, starring Madonna. Hi, I'm Cynthia Garrett, and if you love premieres, tonight is going to be unbelievable. We've got revealing interviews with Madonna and her sexy co-star Antonio Banderas. We're going to check out a little bit of their amazing new movie, Evita, and we're going to find out what some of the biggest names in Hollywood think about the film. We're also going to throw in a few of your favorite Madonna videos, and get this, we're going to sneak you in to the post-premiere bash where everybody is going to be having a great time. It's all ahead on this special edition of Flicks. Now, this is an incredible scene here at the historic Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. The paparazzi's everywhere, the stars are everywhere, and the fans are out of control. And everybody's waiting for the megastar herself, Madonna. When Madonna stepped onto the red carpet, it was clear this was her night.
I feel like it's totally surreal right now. I feel like it's not really happening.
Well, to say the very least, Madonna is an incredible woman. Never afraid to speak her mind and never afraid to take a risk. And the same is true of the character that she plays in her new movie, Evita. Evita is the story of Argentina's infamous First Lady, Eva Perón, the aspiring young actress whose blonde ambition took her out of the slums and into the presidential palace.
She came from nothing, and she managed to go from nothing to this incredibly powerful woman who had such an influence on her country and world politics too.
Madonna says she was born to play the part of Evita, and it's no wonder. The parallels of their lives are striking. Both lost a parent at a young age, both left home as teenagers in search of their dreams, and both were determined to become rich and famous.
There are many people who think she's a saint, and then there are other people who think she was Satan herself. And I can certainly identify with that.
Like Madonna, Eva Perón always provoked controversy. 4 decades after Evita's death, Argentina still remains divided between those who will love her for helping the country's poor and those who believe she was an evil, calculating woman who slept her way to the top.
If you know anything about her, you either hate her or you love her. And if you go to Argentina, you'll get really extreme reactions. And I love that.
With Evita-like determination, Madonna pursued the coveted role for years. Twice she thought she had landed it, only to hear rumors that Meryl Streep got the part. Then Michelle Pfeiffer was said to have a deal. But Madonna believes Evita was always hers.
It was meant to be mine, and everything happens for a reason. And when it came back around the 3rd time, I said, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this movie.
And tonight, the whole world will see Madonna's very passionate performance for the first time. You know, the film version of Evita includes all the great music from the Broadway production and more. Super composers Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice reunited to write a new song for the movie. Here she is, Madonna, with You Must Love Me. Now, tonight is the first time that most people are actually going to get to see the film. But I was lucky enough to get a sneak preview, and I have to tell you, Evita is spectacular. But what else would you expect from Madonna? I mean, she's a woman who continually redefines the word superstar. I got a chance to sit down with Madonna, who shared her private thoughts on everything from music to movies to motherhood.
When you think of, I guess, what it is that you would like for this film to accomplish historically, in your career, in this moment in time, what do you think?
I would hope that people would have a better sense of who Eva Perón was, would instead of seeing her as, you know, the wife of a fascist dictator, this incredibly ambitious, power-hungry woman, I would like for them to think of her as a human being. That's what I want artistically for the film. And for myself, I would like I would like for people to see me as an actress.
Evita is Madonna's 14th major film role. But since the rave reviews she received for her performance in Desperately Seeking Susan, critical acclaim has eluded her. Many say Evita is her last shot at making it on the big screen, and Madonna says there are more than a few people who would love to see her fail.
Something struck me when I was watching the film, and I found myself thinking about you, and I wondered why, and I would like to, I guess, understand if you know why people just always sort of, they judge you. They make comments. They almost seem to, you know, like build you up to want to pull you down. Why do you think that happens?
I think, for the most part, people are still really kind of uncomfortable with a powerful, successful female. I think that's one thing. And I think that we all have a love-hate relationship with celebrities, you know. It's like we root for them, but on the other hand, you know, we kind of, you know, like to hear terrible stories about them. You know, it's like stopping, you know, with the accident on the side of the road, you know, that kind of fascination with something bad happening to somebody. I don't know. I think it just comes with the territory.
I am a worker, I suffer the way that... But Madonna has never let her detractors get in her way. She was going to play Evita come hell or high water. She immersed herself in the character, read every word written about her, and talked with anyone she could find that knew her. According to Madonna's diaries, she became so involved in the role that she actually dreamed she was Evita. She even dreamed that, like Evita, she was dying of cancer.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually be immersed in it for so long, because it was such a big film, you know. In a way, we made 2 movies because we had to do 400 hours of recording in a recording studio before we even got onto the film set. So it was a very long haul, you know. And she was focused for a very long time, which is pretty incredible.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Madonna's hard work has paid off, and nowhere in the film is this more evident than in this touching scene. Evita is led on to the palace balcony to sing Don't Cry for Me, Argentina to thousands of adoring supporters.
It won't be easy. You'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel.
By stepping onto the balcony, Madonna once again did the impossible. The government had rejected repeated requests to film at Casa Rosada, Argentina's presidential palace. But with time running out, Madonna used her charm to get the country's president to change his mind.
How relieved were you when 2 days before you actually shot the famous balcony scene, when the president said that he would allow you all to film there?
I was relieved. I mean, you know, I was so disappointed because we were very close to, you know, leaving the country to go on to Budapest, and I thought, I can't believe we've come this far and we're not going to film on the balcony. And that was the one thing I wanted to do more than anything, to walk out on the Casa Rosada balcony and look out into the Plaza de Mayo and see all these people and sing Don't Cry for Me. I mean, that's the ultimate moment in the movie. And to have to leave without having that experience was so disappointing. So when it happened, that was, I mean, it was a dream.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
And you sang so many of the songs throughout the soundtrack. How did you juggle all of this and keep your sanity and your voice?
I'm not sure. Good sense of humor. Yeah.
And do you think your fans will respond well to you doing Andrew Lloyd Webber and Broadway musical?
If they're really my fans, I think they will. Yeah.
Next up is Latin heartthrob Antonio Banderas, who's going to tell us about his passion for Evita.
You are going to see a Madonna that you've never seen in in your entire life, not even in videos or in her singing.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Flicks. I'm VH1 Cynthia Garrett here in Los Angeles at the premiere of Evita. Now, I can only think of one thing more exciting than being here tonight, and that's being alone with Antonio Banderas. Well, I got him all to myself just a little while ago, and Antonio, as you might know, plays Che, the skeptical everyman who chronicles Evita's climb to power.
You know, everyone has been talking about Madonna's passion for this movie and why she wanted to make it. And I understand that you have your own story about your experiences with Evita every night near your home. Will you tell us about that?
Yes, I was living in a pension in Madrid, and at the times that I didn't have a penny in my pocket, and and they were performing in a theater. It was just wall to wall with this pension Evita, and until 1 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning, they were performing Evita. It was a pain. It was a pain.
Were you ever afraid of doing this as a musical? Did you ever think, this is risky?
Yes, I did. I'm still do. Yes, that's the challenge. I mean, the story of an actor is full of that, and I love challenges, and I took a lot of them. I mean, being here in America, from playing vampires to action movies to comedies, and now doing a musical, so it's one step more in the risks that I took during my whole life.
How did you feel when, you know, you're out in the middle of this foreign country and you're taking a risk, and the star of the movie, the other star, comes and she says, "I'm pregnant."
but it was almost at the end of the movie. I mean, I knew that she was pregnant a couple of weeks before we finished shooting. Well, I felt, just great about her. And I knew that it was something that she was, pursuing for a long time. And suddenly, well, it's beautiful. And yesterday I was introduced to the baby, and she looks so Spanish and so cool. Got long black hair. It is so cool,
Even though Madonna was well into her pregnancy when he led her in this beautiful waltz, Antonio says his co-star was truly graceful. From her biggest scenes to her quietest on-screen moments, he says Madonna's performance is incredibly powerful and moving.
Madonna has, at the end of the movie, when she's dying in bed, that is, I think, it's a little jewel in the movie, It's a piece of art right there, in which you are going to see a Madonna that you've never seen in your entire life, not even in videos or in her singing, is a truth that is coming from I don't know where. This is not a video clip, it's a 2 hours and 15 minutes movie that you have to carry all the way through, and in the way she comes to the screen is gorgeous. I am pretty proud that I worked with her.
It's every girl's dream, and I got to live it, spending time alone with Antonio Banderas. But I have to tell you that I was very impressed with his genuine warmth and style. He's sincere and humble and talented, and he's also very good looking. Now, we've got a lot more in store for you from this wild scene at the Shrine Auditorium, including some surprising revelations from the Material Girl herself. But first, here she is with Cherish. Hollywood's biggest and brightest stars are all here to see Madonna tackle her biggest challenge yet. Don't touch that remote. Hollywood's biggest stars are going to tell us what they think about Madonna's Evita. Did you cry? Your eyes are red.
Yeah, I cried. I did. I was very moved. Madonna was brilliant.
Welcome back to the premiere of the most anticipated movie of the year, Evita. The film's leading lady, Madonna, is known for getting what she wants, and she fought extremely hard for the role that she says she was destined to play. But has she gained the respect of her colleagues? Well, that's the big question tonight, and I got a chance to ask all the big names. Did you love the movie, Glenn?
Yes, I did. I really, really did. I think it's broken new ground. I mean, there's nothing like it that I've ever seen, and I think it's huge in every way.
It's so beautiful. It's not like a regular movie.
I've always loved the music from Evita, and I thought Banderas was great. I think Madonna gave a performance of her life there,
I'm kind of speechless. It was mesmerizing.
Did you cry? Your eyes are red.
Yeah, I cried. I did. I was very moved. Madonna was brilliant.
I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know it was going to be as completely full of music as it was. It was a surprise. It was a pleasant surprise.
Madonna looked like $1,000,000. That's all I have to say. And stand back. Buenos Aires. Hey! Well, I'd call this an incredible showing of star support for Madonna at LA Shrine Auditorium tonight. And Hollywood's verdict is finally in. Evita is a smashing success. We'll have more for you from the Woman of the Hour in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look at one of her most romantic ballads, Take a Bow. Well, whether it's a president or a bullfighter, I guess you can say that Madonna's leading men always put up a good fight. We'll have more from my exclusive interview with the lady herself in just a moment, and you're not going to believe what she had to say.
Sometimes I feel my mother's presence when I look into my daughter's eyes, and I think that everything I missed by not having a mother is all going to come back to me by having a daughter.
And when she's all grown up and she looks at Evita, which will then be a classic many years from now.
I say, you were in that movie too.
Welcome back to this special edition of VH1's Flicks. I'm Cynthia Garrett. Award-winning actor Jonathan Pryce shares the screen with Madonna playing Evita's husband, the legendary and very handsome Juan Perón. Jonathan said he hardly got any sleep while filming in Buenos Aires because every night crowds gathered outside the hotel to serenade his co-star. Well, according to Madonna, nobody got any sleep making Evita because of the grueling production schedule, and it only got more challenging when she found out she was expecting a baby.
Now, right in the middle of making the most important movie of your life and achieving, I guess, one of the most important goals that you had set for yourself to date, you found out that you were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
What was your reaction?
Uh-oh. Now what? I mean, it was, I think I said, oh my God, about 100 times. But I never felt bad about it. I mean, it was always like, okay, let me figure this one out. Okay, let me think this one through. Okay, how's this going to work? Okay, you know. I mean, I was really excited and really nervous and just really wanting so badly to get through the movie and not get in the way of what we were doing work-wise.
When I was speaking with Alan, the director, Alan Parker, he said, well, she called me and she said, Alan, are you sitting down?
I did say that.
What was his reaction?
Oh, dear. He was great, though. I mean, I was expecting him to get really mad at me or to be angry with me in some way or start talking about the movie, and all he did was, like, ask about how I felt and was I happy. And, I mean, I thought that was a really generous thing.
Did you find yourself feeling in some way that you owed an even better performance?
Yeah, I did. I felt like, oh, God, now everybody's going to start treating me with, like, kid gloves or... You know, I didn't want to be all of a sudden this invalid that everybody was tiptoeing around.
The film schedule was stepped up to finish Madonna's scenes before she began to show. When the movie wrapped, she was 4 months pregnant and very much looking forward to motherhood.
Sometimes I feel my mother's presence when I look into my daughter's eyes, and I think that everything I missed by not having a mother is all going to come back to me by having a daughter.
And when she's all grown up and she looks at Evita, which will then be a classic many years from now.
I say, you were in that movie too.
Yeah, she actually was.
I know.
And then after that, how would you explain to her why this picture was so important to Mommy?
Because it gave me the chance to play a remarkable woman, and it gave me the chance to be as creative as I could be as an artist. It gave me the chance to really fully realize myself as an artist. It gave me the chance to express myself in so many ways, and it made me feel very proud of myself.
You know, I've heard that you said and have said, and I said the same thing also, that I want to have lots of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I had my son, who's now 4, I sometimes go,
Yeah, that again.
What do you think now?
I think I'd like to have one more. I think I could do it one more time. But, you know, she's so young. I'd like to wait a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything else agrees with Madonna, so why shouldn't motherhood? In this next video, she's going to offer us some motherly advice. Express yourself. We're here at the Evita Premiere party, and Madonna's already gone in. Antonio Banderas is in there. George Clooney is also here. Don't you dare touch that remote. You're watching another VH1 exclusive. When we return to the Evita premiere, we're going to take you to the hottest backstage bash of the year. We're not having fun or anything,
As ex-president, somebody wants us dead. Everybody's after them to run again.
Are you coming out?
No, I'm not coming out. He is. My fellow Americans.
Welcome back to this very special edition of Flicks. I'm VH1 Cynthia Garrett here in Los Angeles at the premiere of Evita. Like the movie, the post-premiere celebration is a scene right out of the 1940s. Reminiscent of a vintage Hollywood party, everything about this bash is bigger than life. The ballroom at LA's historic Shrine Auditorium is jam-packed with Tinseltown's most powerful people, all hoping to get a chance to congratulate Evita's leading lady. But even catching a glimpse of Madonna in this crowd is a long shot. I'm Cynthia Garrett, wrapping things up at the Los Angeles premiere of Evita. And I guess you could say it's been absolutely overwhelming. Everybody from Madonna to Antonio Banderas has been right here giving us the inside scoop. You know, we couldn't end this evening without that famous scene from that famous balcony from the most talked about movie of the year. Here's the most talked about song, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Good night, and thanks for watching the special edition of VH1 Flicks.